And I know, and you know, and we all know, it knows that's that smell. It smells so well, my nose. Hi guys, I have a really exciting video for you here. It's pretty much what everyone's been waiting for. The new fall scents being released by ScentSationals, Better Homes and Gardens at Walmart. I actually was able to pick up, I think, pretty much everything. Quite a bit of, scents that they've had out in the past fall, but they did release some new good ones. I think ScentSationals released more new scents than Better Homes and Gardens did. So, usually it's the other way around, but no big deal. It's all good because it's interesting. It's all, new, fresh wax, so that's always good. I think there's a couple. I was talking to the manager, and he was saying that there was a couple that they didn't put out yet, but they're going to slowly be putting them out, I guess, because there are so many of them, obviously. So, without further ado, here are the new ScentSationals and Better Homes and Gardens fall scents for 2015. Okay guys, here is all of the 2015 fall releases for Better Homes and Gardens and ScentSationals. I just have 3 sleeves here full of all of the scents, and there wasn't enough room, so I had to start stacking them on top here so you can see how many there are. There's about, what would it be, like 33 new, well, I shouldn't say new scents because some of them are returning from, last fall, but there's 33 scents, 33 fall scents here. Actually, you want to know what? I'm lying again because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dual packs, so those are, 2 scents in one. So there's about, 35 to 36 new scents here for fall. So I'm just going to give you a quick overview here of what they look like in the sleeves, just so you can see what I am going to be going through here. Because I know the view on this camera is not that good to begin with, so... Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick one up and put it in front of the camera and talk about it really briefly. I'm going to start with this sleeve right here. This is all of the, apple-y, cookie, bakery type scents. This middle one is all pumpkin, so this whole sleeve is all pumpkin, different scents. And then this sleeve over here is all like their earthy and woodsy for fall and stuff like that. So I'm just going to start over here. So I'm going to start with one that is already out and people have already kind of seen it floating around. It is Simmering Apple Cider. You can tell it's a little bit newer label from the past years. Still says limited edition on it, but it doesn't have a year. I've noticed that with a lot of these that they either have limited edition for 2015 or just limited edition. I don't know why. They don't just have them all the same. But so anyways, this one is just the same as it's always, the Simmering Apple Cider, very strong. It's the usual color, that pumpkin cider kind of a color. All of these are very similar in color because they're the fall, pumpkin-y kind of colors, I guess. This smells amazing. Smells very strong, like a boozy cider. Same as always, very good cider scent. In my opinion, this is probably one of the best cider scents I've ever smelled. I just have always liked it. Very strong. You get the apple and the spices and stuff, but in my opinion, it's more of that boozy cider kind of note that's really kind of nice, actually, because it doesn't make it just like a typical apple and cinnamon fall kind of scent that, to me can kind of get a little boring. This is definitely good. So this has been out for a little while already. I think it was like one of the first ones that they put out for fall. This one is a returning one. It is called Coffee Cafe. So half of it is the spiced sugar cookie, and the other half is the mocha frappa latte. And I really love the spiced sugar cookie. That's probably my favorite. In fact, they do make this in a single as well, and I absolutely love it. It's kind of like ScentSationals' version of the Vanilla Cookie Crunch by Better Homes. It's that same kind of a cookie crunch note, but it just has a teensy-weensy bit of spice to it, just a little bit. The wax is a little different this year. Usually this one is a little bit lighter in color, the cookie one, and they kind of have it darker this year, so it's more of a tan. And then the cafe one is kind of a darker tan as well, just a little bit warmer tone, but they're very similar color. The cafe one smells amazing. It smells like a strong coffee, but it does have that kind of like a hazelnut in there too or something. It's not just coffee, and definitely I get cream too. And the cookie one, that just smells amazing. I mean, this is definitely one of the better ones in my opinion. And everyone loves the Better Homes and Gardens Vanilla Cookie Crunch, and this, like I said, it's basically ScentSationals' version of that. So that's a really good scent there. Okay, the next one is another returning one. This is Candied Caramel Apple. And this one is really good. It's a really sweet apple scent, and it's a bright red. Now this one, to me, surprisingly enough, doesn't smell a lot like candied caramel. You get more of that red apple note. So, you know, I expect this one I don't remember picking up last year, but I expected it to be more of like a sweet candied apple kind of a scent, and it really isn't. It's more, especially I'm smelling the bottom of it here, and it's very appley, so it smells like a Macintosh apple. Just a little bit of sweetness, though. It doesn't really smell overly sweet. Good, though. Okay, the next one is a returning one. People either love this or hate it. Like I said, this is kind of a hit or miss with people. People either love it or they hate it. I don't mind it, but it is very sweet and kind of stuffy. It's definitely sweet for sure. Very sweet, actually. So I'm getting blueberries, blackberries, and like a slight bakery note. It's all about the blueberries, in my opinion, with the blackberries. Just a really strong bakery scent and extremely sweet. That's what I think people have a hard time with this one, is the sweetness. Very sweet. Okay, this one is a returning one from last year as well. Golden Maple Waffles. And this one has the pat of butter, the maple syrup, the waffles. I'm smelling the bakery note. I'm smelling the butter, definitely. You definitely get that butter note. This one is not an overload of maple, though, which kind of surprises me. I did get this last year, and I do remember enjoying it. I kind of had it going one day, and I accidentally tricked my dad. He walked in, and he said, "Oh, I smell waffles," and then he walked over. So he could actually pick out a waffle smell out of this without even knowing that it was in the warmer. Smells really great. You get more of a bakery note and butter, in my opinion, than you do maple. Very, very nice. This is another returning one. Candied Mulberry Spice. Now, last year I thought that this was a Christmas scent. They must have just left it out, or put it in the Christmas section on accident or something, but it's been brought out now for the fall, so it's Candied Mulberry Spice. This one is very sweet, like sticky sweet, and it's a dark purplish color. I don't know if I showed the color of the wax on the waffle one. It's just kind of like a, you know, creamy pumpkin kind of a color. And this one, like I said, the Candied Mulberry Spice is extremely sweet. It's sticky sweet, actually, very sweet. I get that nice, like, plummy mulberry candy. It does smell like candy, actually, so it's like a candied smell. And I get that spice in the background. It's not like distinctly cinnamon spice, though. It's just a spiciness that you get from that mulberry, and very sweet. So again, extremely sweet candy smell. Okay, the next one is another returning one. There is a lot of returning scents from last year, just to let you guys know. Pumpkin Ginger Cookie. This one is just a distinct cookie smell. It does have a ginger note, definitely. It smells distinctly like ginger, but it no pumpkin. I don't get pumpkin out of this, just a ginger cookie scent. Okay, now we're getting into some of the newer ones. This one is a duo pack, and this is an interesting one. This is At the Fair. I actually like this a lot. It's very interesting. So one side is spiced caramel corn. The other side is cider apple fritters. And oh my gosh, you guys, this smells so authentic to what it is. So it has the creamy colored wax over here for the cider fritters, and then kind of like a tan creamy color over here for the caramel corn. The caramel corn smells exactly like caramel corn. It reminds me a lot of the Bath & Body Works candle Summer Boardwalk, definitely. And then the apple fritter side is definitely the better half, in my opinion. Whenever I see these dual packs, I always end up liking one of the sides better than the other, and this one I definitely like the cider apple fritters better. It's odd because you can actually smell the fritter, but you get that cider note in there too. This is a really good one. I noticed that they have a lot of apple cider, or not even apple, but just a lot of cider kind of scents this year. The next one is a really good one. I actually think this one might be my favorite out of like the foodie spicy ones this year. This is Warm Spice by ScentSationals. It says everything comforting, and I totally agree with that. You can see on the front you have your cup of cider, cinnamon, star anise, and look at that size of that big nutmeg ball there. And that's what you get with this one. This is a nutmeg bomb. The wax is a really pretty orange, bright orange pumpkin kind of color. I cannot believe how spicy this scent is. I'm smelling so much nutmeg, it's not even funny. Not too much cinnamon, like you can smell the cinnamon, but it's kind of like in the background. And then I wish that it was stronger on the star anise, because I actually like that kind of like licoricey kind of a note mixed in with the nutmeg and cinnamon. Maybe when it's warming that'll come out more, I hope. But right now I'm just smelling a whole bunch of nutmeg. Like, this is just like a nutmeg bomb right now. So if you like nutmeg, you're going to like this one. Okay, this is another interesting one right here. ScentSationals Blackberry Cider. So like I said, a lot of cider scents this year. Blackberry cider, it says a festive refresh. A festive refresh. Huh, I wonder if that's a misprint. Blackberry cider, a festive refresh. Huh. Okay, so on the picture it shows the blackberry cider with cinnamon sticks, and then I don't know if you can see a little bit of pine in the corner there. This one does kind of, the picture reminds me more of like a holiday type scent, but it's out right now. The wax is a super dark burgundy color, almost like a blackened burgundy, and this does smell like blackberry wine or something like that. Like, I don't know if I get a lot of cider. I'm getting more of a blackberry merlot or a blackberry wine kind of a thing, like, what's that Christmas drink? Blackberry bourbon or something like that. It does kind of smell like that, and I'm not getting any cinnamon, I'm not getting any apple. It just smells like blackberry and kind of like a drink scent, like a blackberry bourbon or something like that. I don't know how else to describe this one other than a blackberry drink. Smells really good though. Okay, the next one is definitely a really super good one, actually, in my opinion. This is ScentSationals Appleberry Crumble, and I think this one is probably going to be a favorite for everyone for the fall. This is really, really nice, guys. It's a nice bright red, really festive kind of color. This one smells so good. Oh my gosh. This one you get the distinct apple scent, a little bit of crumble. I'm not going to lie, I wish that the crumble note was a little bit higher because I think that that's what makes the scent so special. So I'm getting apple, crumble, and then cranberry, and I think that's what they have on the picture. There's some cranberries, and that's what this scent is. It's an apple cranberry crumble. Smells really good. Definitely a festive type scent. Oh, that is really nice. Okay, now the next one is a really weird one. And I wasn't sure where to put this one as far as in these categories, so I'm just putting it in the spice one. This one is called Turkish Spice Market. Now, you can see on the picture all of the Turkish spices there. I personally have never smelled Turkish spices like in person. And I'm not going to lie, it says an exotic banquet, and this smells so good, but it doesn't smell like anything edible to me. The wax is like a really nice creamy tan color. For me, when I smell this, I smell like a frankincense and myrrh kind of a scent. I smell almost like an incensey head shop kind of a spice scent. It smells spicy, but not in a foodie way, if that makes sense. So yeah, again, I don't know why my mind is taking me there, but this is reminding me of like a frankincense and myrrh. Now, I know a few years ago, Better Homes and Gardens brought out a Christmas scent called frankincense and myrrh, and I absolutely loved that scent. I wish that they, brought it back for Christmas. They never have yet, but this kind of reminds me of that, and I can't pick out anything other than that really spicy, like frankincense kind of a scent with this. So very interesting. Okay, so that was this whole sleeve. Let's move on to the pumpkin. This is probably the one that everyone's really looking forward to. So this one is Baked with Love, and it has pumpkin sugar cookies on one side and cinnamon pumpkin on the other. So this is another one that's returning from last year. And the colors are a little different though. So this is more of like a reddish orange color this year for the cinnamon pumpkin, and this one is more of like a orangey tan color. So the cinnamon pumpkin one, in my opinion, just is a very generic spicy scent. They're showing like a loaf of bread there, but to me it's just like a cinnamon bomb with like a tiny bit of pumpkin. More cinnamony though, like that's all I really smell is cinnamon. The pumpkin sugar cookies smells amazing. You definitely get the pumpkin and you definitely get the cookie crunch kind of a scent. Very nice actually. Okay, the next one is ScentSationals Pumpkin Spice, and this is a returning one obviously. And it just says sweet and spicy pumpkin pie. And it's a nice orangey pumpkin scent. Color, sorry. The scent is amazing. I think that ScentSationals has a really nice pumpkin. It is creamy, but it's also spicy, so it's like the perfect blend of pumpkin. And you know, I don't know what, I can't say one or the other, like that it's more spicy or that it's more creamy. It kind of just is both, in my opinion. Very nice. The next one is Sugar Pecan Pumpkin, and this is another returning one from last year. So it has sweet pecans and spiced pumpkin, and this one is a really nice one. I remember I liked it a lot from last year. It's kind of like a buttery scent, and this is a nice pumpkin color again. Yeah, this one is very buttery, so it smells pumpkin-y. It smells a little bit of pecan in there, but not much. It's not really nutty. It's more buttery. So it has that big dollop of butter on the pancakes there with the pecans. That's what you're smelling. You're smelling like a pumpkin spiced pancake bakery kind of a scent with a whole bunch of butter. Smells really nice. Okay, the next one is Better Homes and Gardens Spiced Pumpkin Pie. This is another one. This one just says limited edition on it. So this is a newer one, because I remember last year it had the date, and then it also, the picture was a little bit, like it was panned over a little bit more or something, but anyways, it's the same thing. It's a little bit darker color this year, a little bit more of like a rustic kind of pumpkin color. Smells amazing. Now last year I remember this one being more of a spicy pumpkin. This year I'm getting more of a creamy pumpkin, so they did kind of change it a tiny, or, you know, I don't know if I want to say change, but they dabbled with it a little bit. You can definitely tell it's a different batch. I guess that's the better way of putting it. So it smells really creamy. You know, you do get the spices in there, but I'm smelling more creaminess than anything. The next one is definitely a favorite for many people. This is Farm Apple Pumpkin, and this is a very good one. I like it because it's a well-balanced scent. I feel like it's very balanced. It's a nice pumpkin color. Again, a little bit darker than last year. And this one, oh, smells amazing. You get that nice balance of apple and pumpkin. Not too much spice. The spice is in the background. And again, I can't really tell you which one I'm smelling more than the other. Maybe the apple, but they're pretty balanced. Very nice balanced apple and pumpkin scent. A lot of people think it smells exactly like Yankee Candle's apple pumpkin. I agree, it does. Very, very nice. Okay, this is another returning one, a Thankful Harvest. This is kind of, in my opinion, this is a really great pumpkin scent. It has that butter note in there, definitely. So it's kind of like that sensational sugared pecan pumpkin, where it's like a distinct pumpkin scent. This one doesn't have a bakery tone per se, though. It's more just pumpkin and butter. That's what I'm smelling. A little bit of spices in the background. Okay, the next one is one that, this one was all last year too, but I like this a lot better this year. I think when I started smelling this last year, it was like towards the end of the season, and the wax kind of sat for a while. This is Enchanted Pumpkin Valley, and it's a nice kind of brownish pumpkin color. They definitely changed the color on some of these. They're a little bit darker in tone, in my opinion, which, you know, no big deal. So this one is like an earthy pumpkin scent. So you can see in the picture they have the pumpkin like way over here, and the focus in the picture is more like the earthy pumpkin patch, you know, the valley there. And that's what you smell. It almost reminds me of like a Better Homes version of Yankee's pumpkin wreath, like where it has the pumpkin, the spices, and then like that cedar note like blended in there. That's kind of like what this is. It's like Better Homes earthy version of a pumpkin scent. And I like it a lot, actually. In fact, it's probably one of my favorites. It's not cedar. It's not like a wood per se. Maybe slightly woody, but it's more just earthy. Like, that's just the best way to describe it. It's an earthy pumpkin scent. Definitely has the spices in there too, but it just has that earth. Very nice. Very, very nice, actually. Okay, the next two are new pumpkin scents for this year. Very exciting. I have a feeling that people are going to love these. This is Harvest Berry Pumpkin. And this doesn't have a limited edition sticker on it, so evidently this is going to be a permanent fall scent, which is great. All of the other ones had limited edition stickers on them. So, Better Homes and Gardens Harvest Berry Pumpkin. Now this one's weird because it shows pumpkins, it shows red berries on there. The smell, it's kind of like a pinkish orange color, reddish orange color. The smell on this one, you guys, is so unique and so crazy. I don't even know if anyone's going to believe me. You're just going to have to smell it for yourself. But I don't get red berries out of this. I get more of a pumpkin and blueberry blend with this. So this is kind of like Better Homes and Gardens. Like you'll see other companies do this with a fall, like pumpkin. They might throw in like a blueberry. That's what I get with this. I almost get like a blueberry cereal kind of vibe from this, like blueberry, like a grainy kind of a note. Cream, like the blueberry cereal, you're, eating it with milk kind of a thing. That's what I get with this. It almost reminds me of their past scent they had out a couple years ago called Wild Blueberry Pie or something like that. And everyone thought that smelled like blueberry cereal too. That's kind of what this one smells like. So, I'm going to be honest, a little bit of pumpkin. Well, yeah, there's pumpkin in there, but I'm smelling more of like a dark raspberry or blueberry kind of a vibe going on. Very interesting, definitely. So this is one I can't wait to melt, see, what comes out more, or how it changes. It's just really a cool scent. Okay, the next one is definitely the highlight of the fall pumpkin scents, the new releases. This is a brand new one. Everyone's probably waiting for something like this. This is another permanent fall scent. You can see there's no limited edition sticker up there. So it's Better Homes and Gardens Whipped Pumpkin Cream. Oh my gosh, you guys. This is like, hands down, the winner of the whole entire group. This is absolutely amazing. You can see all that beautiful frosting on that pumpkin cupcake, and that's exactly what you get with this scent. It is a really nice creamy color. Creamy frosting, vanilla color, and that's what it smells like. You're not even going to believe this, but this is a cream cheese butter cream frosting scent. So looking at the picture, you might thinking it's like a pumpkin scent. I'll be honest, I don't smell a ton of pumpkin in here. Maybe just a tiny bit in the background. This is all about cream cheese frosting. So, I know in a lot of pumpkin and carrot cakes, they put the cream cheese frosting. That's what this smells like. It smells like a buttercream frosting mixed in with, like, cream cheese frosting. Oh my gosh, this one smells so good. It's so buttery and so vanilla-y. It's like all of those yummy, buttery frosting kind of scents, but just even better. Yeah, this is amazing. This is definitely probably one of the highlights of the whole fall releases right here. Whipped pumpkin cream, amazing. And all of these smell very, very strong on cold sniff. Okay, now we're going over into like the earthy kind of side of the fall releases. This is one that's been out for a while. It's called White Birch Leaves. Now this one is not one of my favorites, I'm not going to lie. It's a little too green for my liking. I thought I would like it because it's, kind of looks like it would be an earthy scent. It's white in color. And, oh, yeah, very, very sour kind of a smell to me. It's just too green for my liking. Now, it's all about the leaves, so you can see the greenery there. Now, we're used to the fall releases, we're used to, the crunchy or crisp fall leaves that are more, dry and spicy smelling, that are more suitable for fall. That's not what this is. This is more of, in my opinion, this should have been, a summertime release. This does not smell like fall to me. This is, a true green scent. What I almost get from this is, when the wax is warm, of course it smells kind of hot, and then it smells like a true green leaf. So what you're smelling is like a hot green leaf. So just imagine that. It's not too appealing, at least to me. So to me, it reminds me of someone simmering green leaves on the stovetop or something. It's just a little too sour and green for my liking. But, who knows? To each their own. All of our noses are different, and someone might actually enjoy that. Okay, the next one is another one that's been out for a while. It is Exotic Amber Woods, and I raved and raved about this one in the video that when I first seen it. It is an amazing, super rich, very rich, spicy wood scent. Get a little bit of the amber in there because it is, it's very creamy, which is great. The wax is like a pumpkin color. And this is just so comforting. It does have that mossy slight kind of a touch to it, like a Spanish moss in there. There's like a rich nuttiness, almost kind of like smells like there could be like a maple leaf or something going on in here. Very rich, woody, ambery. It just kind of smells like the quintessential fragrance of fall, actually. It's very nice. And I have melted this many times, so I can attest that it is very, very strong. Exotic Amber Woods. And again, this one is not a limited edition, so this is a permanent new fall scent. Okay, then we have Crisp Fall Leaves. Now this one has been brought back, all the time in the fall, and it's amazing. Smells very similar to like Yankee Candle's Autumn Leaves, very similar to Goose Creek's Crunchy Leaves. It's amazing. It's a nice like orangey pumpkin color. And this one is very musky, very sharp and crisp, so the name suits it well. I'm getting pine, I'm getting like an aspen kind of a vibe, I'm getting the crunchy leaves, maybe a tiny bit of spice there in the background, muskiness, amazing. This one always throws super, super strong. So Crisp Fall Leaves is back, thank gosh. I was a little worried because at first I thought that they were going to be replacing the Crisp Fall Leaves with this white birch leaves when I first seen it, and then thank gosh that they didn't. Okay, the next one is a personal favorite of mine. This is Warm Crackling Campfire, probably one of my top 5 favorite scents from Better Homes and Gardens ever. This is one that they bring back every year as well. Now this one, I'm going to admit, wasn't on the shelves yet. I was so panicking when I, didn't see it out there, so I asked my manager to check at my Walmart, and he did go back and check, and he said that this, he brought back a couple for me, and I guess they have certain dates back there when they're supposed to put them out, and I guess this one isn't supposed to be put out right away, so don't be surprised if you don't see this one for a while. Evidently, they have it going to be put out like in between fall and Christmas, I guess. I don't know for sure when. Hopefully not too long, because like I said, it's one of my favorites. It's a nice dark, kind of a grayish brown color. And this one is absolutely amazing in my opinion. Very spicy. It does give off that campfire woody scent because it's very smoky smelling, but you get all of the spices too. Like, to me, this smells almost like a potpourri shop. Like, you walk into all those fall craft stores in the, or the Christmas tree shops or whatever, and you get hit in that face with that potpourri. Oh, amazing. Love it. The next one is another returning one. This one is Comfy and Cozy, and it's fleece on one side and flannel on the other. I really like this one a lot. This is, the white one is the flannel, and then the blue one is the fleece. Now the white one is, like I said, the flannel, and it just smells like a musky laundry note kind of a thing. Like it's got like a musk and then like that laundry note. So it's not really anything too really special, but the blue one, oh my gosh, the fleece side, I've always loved this one. Yeah, this one is special. This one has the laundry note, but it has like a dash of maybe like an amber or something, and then there's that musk too. Maybe like a vanilla possibly. Smells amazing. There's definitely a sweetness to that one. I really like that fleece side. This is one that I tend to like stock up on just for that blue side. Okay, the next one is, ooh, this is a new one. So this is Autumn Afternoon Stroll. So one side is golden oak leaves. The other side is apples and acorns. So, and the color on this, they're both like a pumpkin-y color, and then this one's like a tanny pumpkin color. Like I said, a lot of these are very similar in color. Okay, the apples and acorn side, oh my gosh, guys, wait until you smell this. It is so strong, very strong, actually. This reminds me of Mainstays puts out a melt. I think it's more of a Christmas time melt. It's called Harvest. Oh, what's it called? Harvest something or other, and it has like pictures of a pine on the front, apple on the front, spices and stuff, and that's what you get with this. You get like acorns, apples, pine, spices. Smells great, but it does smell just like that Mainstays Christmas melt. And I think it has Harvest in the title. I just cannot remember the full name of it. Very, very nice. But it smells even better than that because it's by Better Homes. Okay, and then the Golden Oak Leaves. Oh my gosh, that's definitely the highlight of this one in my opinion. I am going to be honest though, this smells just like the Crisp Fall Leaves. So they definitely used the same oil for it. Might be a little different. There might be like a... Yeah, they might have added like a little bit more of like a smoky oak kind of a scent to it, but it smells just like that Crisp Fall Leaves. Very, very nice. Like that one a lot. So this is another thing where I'll probably like stock up on this one just for that side. Okay, now we got some new ones here. This one is a different one. This doesn't have a limited edition sticker on it, so it's going to be a permanent fall scent. This is, you know, a permanent returning fall scent. This is ScentSationals Rose Gold. And it's got the picture of like the flower petals, kind of like got some dewdrops on them or whatever. So if you like florals, you're going to like this. The description says a luxurious statement. This one was not one of my favorites, but it's interesting. It's a very perfumey scent, definitely. It's kind of got like a pinky rose gold kind of a color to it that's fitting to the name. And this does smell like rose. There's a rose note in here. There's amber. There's musk. And it smells to me like there's like another kind of floral too, maybe jasmine a little bit or something, but there's definitely teensy tiny bit of amber, maybe a tiny bit of musk, and then of course there's definitely rose in this. So it's kind of got that distinct perfume kind of smell to it. Okay, now the next one is a limited edition new ScentSationals. I thought this one was going to be my favorite. I really did, actually. I thought it was going to be my favorite one because it's dark, it's woody. I mean, look at that beautiful picture. It's like a midnight Halloween forest or something. Just reminds me of like a haunted forest or something like that. Very cool. And then on top of it, the wax is black, and I have a thing for black wax. I don't know why. But look at how hard that paraffin wax is, and look at all those oils. This one smells so weird. This one is definitely different. I like earthy scents, and this one is beyond earthy. So, to me, I'm kind of surprised they put this out as such a mainstream, you know, in Walmart, because this smells very specific and very, yeah, just very earthy. That's the best way to describe it. It does smell woody, but I'm also getting like a leather vibe in there. Like this has a distinct raw leather smell. And I don't know if anyone else is familiar with leathers, but sometimes there's like that sweet suede leather, and then sometimes there can be like that leather where it's just so raw it literally smells like it just came off the animal kind of a thing. Not trying to be disgusting, but just it has a raw smell to it. Very raw, actually. So I'm getting like a leathery, chewy wood scent. And there's something else in there too. There's definitely a spice in there. Like I'm almost getting like a biolage or, you know, like a shampoo spice or something weird like that. Interesting. Very interesting. Very different. Definitely very different. That wax color though is just so awesome. The next one is definitely one of the better ones, in my opinion, I guess. Now this one doesn't have a limited edition, so this is going to be a permanent fall returning scent. Or maybe even just a permanent scent, I don't know for sure. It says white sandalwood, and look at that picture, isn't that beautiful? It's got like that carved scroll, kind of like an artwork or woodwork. I'm not sure for sure what it is, it's hard to tell, but the description says, "You will forever be my always." And this scent is very nice. It is a dark gray, kind of a blue-based gray color. The scent is amazing, guys. This is definitely a woody scent. It does have also a tiny bit of leather in here, it smells like as well, or suede. Now this one isn't like dark leather like that ebony woods. This one's more like a suede leather. And I'm kind of smelling like a driftwood in this one. Like, it almost reminds me of ScentSationals' beechwood scent that they have out right now. Yeah. And it's spicy, kind of masculine, cologne-y kind of a vibe, but definitely driftwood. That's what I'm smelling. Very nice. And then they came out with this dual pack called Mystical Woodland. And it has the white sandalwood on one side and then the ebony woods on the other side. So they're definitely pushing these two, which is great. I love them, I'm not going to lie. I just think that this one is a little, it's like a little past the earthiness, you know, it's pretty raw smelling actually. This one smells amazing, and I think I am going to mix them to enjoy that ebony woods a little bit better. So same colors, the blue base gray and then that black color. And they're the same scents, they're just put in a dual pack. So that's really cool. Okay, now I saved my favorite for last. So this one is Blackberry Cashmere, and this side is just a, same as I went over before, it's the Blackberry Cider, so what did I do with that? There it is right there. So it's the same scent right here, just in a dual pack. So I've already talked about that, it's just a really nice Blackberry Merlot, Blackberry kind of like boozy drink kind of a scent. But the other side, oh my gosh, Cashmere Vanilla. That's what they're calling it. And you can see, like, it's a picture of a sweater. Yeah, sorry about that. This is amazing. I definitely will not be mixing these two. I love this so much that I'm going to hoard this, just simply for this scent right here. The white one, the vanilla, or the Cashmere Vanilla. It smells so amazing, you guys. Oh my gosh. I can't even begin to describe. It reminds me of a cologne that I have. But it doesn't smell just cologne-y. It's more, oh my gosh, it's so sweet. It has like a caramel, toasty caramel note in there. You get the vanilla. It does have like that ambery cashmere kind of a smell as well, but it has distinct fruity notes to it as well. So it's not just like a earthy sweater type scent. Don't think that. The vanilla is definitely there as well. Oh my gosh, that is so, so beautiful. It almost kind of reminds me of one of my favorite colognes by Terry Mugler called Angel Men, the Angel for Men. Very, very nice. I'm almost getting like a chocolate patchouli kind of vibe from it as well. I mean, it's just amazing. So that one is definitely my favorite out of all of their new releases. Okay, so that was all of the new, or the fall scents for 2015 by Better Homes and Gardens and ScentSationals. Now, I did write down a few that I guess my manager told me that they're going to be there, but are not out yet, and that is a scent by Better Homes and Gardens called Candied Pecan Clusters, I believe he said. So that one is not out yet, but it shows on the front. It's like kind of like those candied pecan bars. So that one's gonna be interesting. And then he also said spicy cinnamon stick. But that one, I thought I remember last year it being a Christmas scent, but you know, it's very similar to their cinnamon and spice, but it's just even spicier and more red hot, I guess. So that one, I guess, is a fall scent. Again, I thought it was Christmas. And then Autumn Hayride, I think, is supposed to be coming back. Remember, ScentSationals has that Hayride scent. Evidently that's going to be coming back, or that wasn't there. And then what else was there? There was, oh yeah, it was October Rain or something like that. That one I think is coming back. And then one of my favorites that I can't remember if he said that this is replacing it or not, this warm spice, but the, Mandarin pumpkin spice. Oh, I loved that one. It smelled like oranges and pumpkins and like spiciness. So I don't know for sure if that one's coming back. I hope it is. Now, one that I know for sure is being discontinued, unfortunately. I did email ScentSationals this evening after I got all this, because I noticed that this scent was not there. Warm Autumn Sweater. And oh my gosh, I am so bummed, you guys, they discontinued this scent, so this will not be out this year. This is an amazing scent. And I even told her in the email, like, I was not shy. I said, that was a mistake discontinuing this one. People love this one. Everyone knows this as the Bath & Body Works Sweater Weather dupe. It is incredible. You get that musk, that eucalyptus, just amazing, like a little bit of a laundry scent in there. It's that dark gray kind of a color. Yeah, it's a eucalyptus laundry scent and musk, a lot of musk. This is just amazing. People love it, and it is discontinued. So I just wanted to let you guys know that if you're looking for it like I was, it's not coming out this year, unfortunately. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Some super exciting scents in that new releases that's definitely going to be some must-haves there for sure. I actually enjoyed pretty much everything because I like my spicy, kind of earthy scents more than anything, so I'm right with everyone that it's time to start getting those. I thought I would bring the video to you guys and let you see what is going to be going out on the shelves for this fall. Very exciting. Like I said, I pretty much liked everything, and you guys got to hear like what I thought of each of the scents. So until the next video, smell well.